is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Wahpeton Huskies football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
Hello and welcome to Week 9 of the 2023 Wahpeton football season on the I3G Sports Network. I want to thank you guys for joining us on KBMW 1450, the voice of the Valley, as well as on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Make sure you hit the little bell and subscribe so you never miss another game. I'm Andrew Zimmel, and tonight we're coming to you from St. John, Minnesota, where the Huskies get ready to take on the Turtle Mountain Braves. Our pregame show sponsor is the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Later in the pregame show, we'll have our CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report and our Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation power poll rankings, followed by our Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Well, Wahpeton missed the playoffs for the first time in the past 2 seasons after a tough loss last week to the Fargo South Bruins. The Huskies fell to 2-6 on the season. The 35-13 loss also saw Trade Mount go down with a lower body injury. The Stellar Jr. has impressed many around the state with his end-zone-to-end-zone speed and his tenacity on defense. He's one of those linebackers who is not afraid to get his nose dirty, get his nose into it. The Huskies missed him last week, replacing him with Evan Docker at the running back position. Jackson DeVries also had an impressive season, being one of the main targets for his quarterback, Bjorn Kubala. Wahpeton wants to end their season with a win and on a high note, as they might not be a better team to face off for those two ideas, if not, then Turtle Mountain. The Braves, they've allowed 40 or more points in every one of their losses this season. They're still looking for their first win, and it'll be an uphill battle against a Wahpeton team that has been battle-tested. Well, the Huskies aren't in the playoff picture. They still have given every team they have faced a tough test, and you go through the litany of teams that Wahpeton has had to face this season. When you go back and you think about the Fargo North game, the Fargo South game last week, Grand Forks Central 2 weeks ago, all of those teams in the playoffs, Wahpeton on the outside looking in for the first time in a while. You think back and you say to yourself, maybe it is the fact that they have a younger signal caller with Bjorn Kubala only being a junior, or maybe you think about the fact that they only have 4 guys on senior night who had their name called. So this is a roster that's full of junior and sophomore talent, but you want to give a shout-out for guys like McCade Pickett and Nick Langenwalter, as well as Cole Barthman, who are all playing potentially their last game on the gridiron and their last game in a Husky uniform. So you want to give those guys a chance to show up and show out, and you also have to think, okay, well, we want to see what our younger guys have. And that is exactly what head coach Wade Gilbertson told me during our interview, which we're going to get to here in a moment on the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. But I do want to make an announcement, right? Trayden Malk, who we were quite unsure if he was going to be able to play or not, he is suited up. He is taking receptions right now. You can watch on KBMW News Live. We have the stream going up for you as the pregame show continues. Here in a moment, you can watch him, number 44 on the bottom of your screen, cutting in and taking those slant routes. And that is one of the things that head coach Wade Gilbertson has really highlighted when he talks about Mr. Electric, Trayden Malk, is getting him in positions to do a bunch of different things. What does he look like out of the backfield? What does he look like out of the slot? How do we make sure that he is healthy for an entire season next year and a potential Dakota Bowl run? That's exactly what this Husky team is aspiring towards for the next year. But they have to get it done tonight, facing off against a winless Turtle Mountain team. We'll take a quick break, come back with our Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show and our head coach with Wade Gilbertson in a moment right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine. Like
Welcome back to the Woken Pregame Show on KBMW, the voice of the Valley. Talking to me on the phone for maybe a final time this season is head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, I want to first off thank you for coming on every week and giving us something to talk about on the pregame show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. You know, it's one of the things that you just got to do to keep the interest in the program and things like that. And I think there's quite a few people that like listening to it. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Well, I always thought it was because we were such good friends. But, yeah, interest in the program, too.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, Coach, let's talk about it. You got a long road trip coming up this Friday as we travel to Turtle Mountain. First off, I heard rumors that you're leaving at the crack of dawn. Is that true?
Yeah, we changed the game time out there a little bit because we don't want to get home at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So we did change the game time, but we're not leaving quite the crack of dawn. But yeah, and long road trip games are a different animal. You got to kind of plan things behind the scenes and try to make the players feel like it's as normal as possible. It's nothing normal for a head coach when you have a long road trip game like this, because you got to plan meals, you got to plan stops, different things of that nature. But we try to keep it as normal for the kids so that they don't feel the stress that a head coach might feel when it comes to having to plan all that extra stuff.
Well, that's good for the kids. Let's talk about this final game of the regular season. Who do you think has made the most growth this season coming into this game?
Boy, that's a tough question. I think that overall our team has grown together. We've got a lot of young players that didn't have a lot of varsity experience, so they got a taste of what it's like to both learn how to practice as a varsity player and learn how to play and compete on a Friday night as a varsity player. I've seen growth out of our best player, and I've seen growth out of a player that we didn't know that we were going to get a lot out of this year, if that makes sense. So, I mean, as far as growth out of one particular player, I'd like to say that I've seen growth out of all of them. Bjorn Kubala had never played a lot of varsity time at quarterback. He's grown up a lot, and he's starting to understand what we're trying to do offensively. A guy like Isaiah Brushert has stepped into a linebacker role and has played very, very well. A guy like Evan Doctor, who is a sophomore, came in and played linebacker for us and has really grown up a lot and has shown that he's going to play hard on both sides of the ball. Guys like offensive lineman Luke Anderson or Landon Ralph, who come in and start as sophomores and haven't really missed a game or really missed a practice, I don't think, all season long. I've seen growth even out of our seniors. McCade Picken, who was our really lone varsity experienced starter coming back on the offensive line. I've seen him grow both as a leader and as a player. And Nick Langenwalter has grown up a lot as a leader and a player. So, I can go on and on and on about every one of our guys. I've seen a lot of growth out of our guys and our coaching staff. And if we can keep guys coming out from football, the future will be bright in Wahpeton.
What do you think what do you think is like the selling point for Wahpeton football after this season? Like, if you were going to give like your stump speech to talk to those guys, not only the guys that are coming back, but maybe the 8th graders or the 7th graders who are joining the football program for the first time, what would be that stump speech?
That's a good question, too. I think that I would ask them, you got Trey Malk for one more year. And who wouldn't want to play with who is arguably the best player in high school football in North Dakota? Yes, that's arguable. Of course it is. And we're biased because we think he's the best. Who wouldn't want to play with that guy? Who wouldn't want to get into the weight room over the course of the next 9 months and do the best you can possibly do in there so that you can do the best that you could possibly do out on the football field for someone like Trey Malk's senior year, because he's going to do some special things, and we're going to need some special people. They're going to do some things in front of him and behind him during that season to make this next season a good one, if that makes sense. We don't want to put too many chips into next season just yet, but that's kind of what I would say would be my stump speech. Who wouldn't want to play with this guy? It's like when we've had several players in the past that have won senior athlete of the year. We had a Zazar kid, we had the Schaefer kid, we had the Smith kid. All of them won Senior Athlete of the Year. Trey Malk is going to be the leading candidate to win Senior Athlete of the Year next year. Who wouldn't want to play with that guy? Who wouldn't want to make that the best season that we've had around here? So that's kind of would be my speech.
There you go. That got me excited, and I agree with you. I think Trayton is one of the best players in the state of North Dakota. Period. End of discussion. Let's talk about Turtle Mountain. What do we see on film?
Turtle Mountain is going to be ready for us. Turtle Mountain has not beaten us since my first year as head coach here. They beat us 2 years in a row back when I was the defensive coordinator. And then when I became the head coach, they beat us 2 years in a row, and they haven't really put up their best effort against us in the last couple of years. I expect them, they haven't won a game. So I expect them to come out on Friday night and think that this is their homecoming, this is their last game, this is their entire season, this is everything rolled into one for them. And I believe that they're going to come out and they are going to fight and play as hard against us as they've played in the last 3 or 4 years. So I think they're going to be ready for us, and we're going to have to be ready to reciprocate that effort.
What is the game plan coming into this one, Coach? Got to get any wrinkles for us?
Well, yeah, we're going to continue. We've nursed Trey Malk back to health a little bit. So he's probably right now, he's a 50-50 shot, I would say, at best. It's a flip of the coin at best on whether or not Trey's going to play. So there's going to be some guys that are going to have to step up. But if we do have Trey for this game, our game plan is to get him the ball as often as possible. If we do not have Trey for this game, we're going to try to divide the football up between the number of playmakers that we have. You know, we have Jackson DeVries, who's really stepped up here in the last couple of weeks. Evan Doctor has switched roles and started to play running back for us, and we'll get him the ball as much as possible too. But we might be running the ball a little bit more than we have the last couple of weeks if we don't have Trey out to throw the ball to.
Sounds like a good game plan. And defensively, Coach, got to ask, what's the game plan? Just keep running with the 3-4?
You know, we might mix things up a little bit. Over the last couple of years, there's times when we will surprise people with changes that we've made, and there's times when we'll be up front and say we're making this change. We might mix some things up a little bit with an eye towards next year. Now that we know we're not going into the playoffs, we might try to monkey around with a few things on defense this week. We might try to monkey around with a different 3-5 or a 3-3-5, different types of movements, things like that. So, yeah, expect a little bit of something different out of us on game time on the defensive side, and maybe a little bit on the offensive side as well, because we do have a little bit of an eye towards next year in our game plan. As coaches, anyway. As players, we haven't told them any of this.
Of course.
We've just kind of changed things up. But as coaches, we do have a little bit of an eye towards next year because we've got a ton of these kids all coming back for one more year. So
yeah, one of the smaller senior classes that Wahpeton football has put through, which, you know, you want to look at the positives. That means you're going to have a huge senior class next year with a ton of experience. Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, thanks for joining us this entire season on the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show.
Thanks, Andrew. I really appreciate the coverage and appreciate your fandom for us all season long. Thank you so much.
For the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show coming up after the break right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Mink Coat Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Mink Coat has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Save big with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Rebates from $50 to $100 on the purchase and installation of tires, plus a lifetime of rotations with the purchase of 4 tires. Rebates up to $80 on shocks and struts. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and installation of front and rear brake pads and rotors. Plus, they'll even hook you up with their tire price match guarantee. Available all year long. Smith Motors, your trusted Chevy and GMC dealership. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back to St. John's. Andrew Zimmel talking to you as we get ready for, or get nearer to kickoff here at St. John's as the Wahpeton Huskies and Turtle Mountain Braves get ready to do battle on the gridiron for the final game of the regular season. So the coin toss is occurring at the 50-yard line. Wahpeton, I believe, elected to receive. That's correct. So they will be receiving in the north end zone, driving into the wind, which is something that's interesting. Wind coming from south to north, so right to left on your screen. The Huskies this season, they have decided to elect to receive on every single coin toss that they have been able to win, which for the head coach Wade Gilberson's game plan makes sense, right? The more possessions you have, the more chances you have to score. Let's go through how the rest of North Dakota football is going in our Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation power poll rankings in the AAA division. Fargo Shanley, 23 first place votes at 8-0. They're going to go in as the 1 seed in the playoffs next week, most likely. Minot High, the 2 seed. They got 1 first place vote this last week in the media polls. Bismarck High, the 3 seed. West Fargo Cheyenne, the 4. Fargo Davies, the 5. Others receiving votes in this week's media poll, Mandan. In the AA division, Fargo North, all 22 first place votes at 8-0. They will go in as the 1 seed next week in the playoffs. Fargo South, the 2 seed at 5-3. Dickinson at 6-2 was voted 3rd. Grand Forks Red River 5-3 voted 4th. Jamestown 5-3 voted 5th. Others receiving votes are the West Fargo Horace Warhawks, which is insane to think that they've only started their football program. This is year 2 at 5-3. They look like a world-beating type of team. They look very good, and they will be making the playoffs for their first time in program history. Let's go through your CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report. Huskies come into this one feeling pretty good that they have Trayden Malk coming back after last week's high shin injury. It was a deep bone bruise is what they were calling it. Kept him out of all of the second half and most of the second quarter. Malk able to play in this game is going to be a major wrinkle for the Wahpeton offense. This is something that they have wanted to kind of get going here these past couple weeks, is move him around. Let's go through your Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. We'll start with the Wahpeton. We will take a quick break for the national anthem. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer. Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com. It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics, as we get ready to give you your Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Up front for the Huskies is going to be McCade Pickin, Hunter Bulkey, Chase Marsh, Landon Ralph, and Luke Anderson. Those guys in the middle who have really worked their tails off this season to get a good drive and good open lanes for their junior running back. Trayden Mount starting in the backfield as Bjorn Kubla under center, the junior quarterback. In the wide receiver core, Jackson DeVries, J.D. Gomez, and Braden Steffens. That's your trio. And then, of course, senior Nick Langenwalter on at the tight end position. He has been invaluable for this Wahpeton team, being able to not only block but also get out into the flats and make some plays. For the Braves defense, the 3-4 that they're going to be running tonight against the Huskies. Up front, Dayton LaFountain, the 6'4", 280-pound defensive end on one side, and on the other side, going to be 5'10", Justin Keplin, the 205, 5'10" defensive end, the junior. Those two guys are going to be trying to pinch him, bottle everything up on the outside. Up front, defensive tackles, Phoenix DeLorme, the 6'6", 250-pound senior, as well as Gabe Persian, the 5'11", 288-pound defensive tackle, just manning up in the middle. The three linebacker core between freshman David Wilkie, the 5'8", 138 linebacker, Caden Guru, the 5'11", 190 linebacker, and Braden Starr, the 5'7", 150 linebacker. So a little light in the shoes, the linebacking core, and two corners, Cale Davis and Cruz LaFountain on the outside. Adam Persian, the 5'10", safety, manning the middle of the defense. Important position, that safety, especially for a Wahpeton team that loves to take the top of the defense. Getting ready to kick this one off from their own 40 towards the north end zone. Wahpeton going to be driving into the breeze to start this one off. And they were talking to me before in the pregame about how they would like to see the Wahpeton the Wahpeton field goal long for season has been 42 yards. And they think they have a kicker this year that could potentially make that even without the breeze to his back, but the breeze coming in strong from the south end zone. Might have to hold that ball on a tee as it is quite breezy. Coach's staff coming out, look like there's a little bit of confusion underneath us. Well, a good time to remind you can watch on KBMW News Live as well on YouTube. We got you guys streaming over there. I want to thank you guys watching worldwide on the internet, and that includes down in Texas, Mama Zimmel checking out the broadcast. She has been tuned in throughout the season rooting for the Wahpeton Huskies, so I want to thank Mama Zimmel in Texas for that. Conversation happening underneath us on the near sideline as the assistant AD going across the field now. Wonder what the issue could be on the far sideline, as doesn't look like there's any problem with the Wahpeton side of things, as maybe the officials just getting now into position. Good time for a legal ID. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimm on the call with you as we get ready to kick this one off. From St. John's, the Braves and the Huskies in the final game of the season. Wahpeton trying to end their season on a high note. Braves looking for their first win of the season after a 0-4 start. Not a bad idea to get one to end the season, really cap it off. Wahpeton, the 4.5-hour trip, you didn't drive this far to lose, might be the game plan in their heads. And that's the whistle to get this one underway. Line drive kick into the front row, and jumping right on top of it is number 63 for the Huskies. And Wahpeton's offense going to start in good field position from their own 45-yard line on the near hash mark. Bjorn Kubla and crew come out. From the near hash mark. Wahpeton, 2 receivers to the right, nobody on the left side of the formation. Malk, motion from the slot position across. Handoff up the middle, and going to be a flag on the first play. So play blown dead before even starting. Illegal motion by the Huskies, going to walk this one back. 11:57 in the first quarter. Going to walk back 5 yards. And Traden Malk in that slot position. We talked about in the pregame show that the Huskies are trying to find ways to use Malk, creative ways to use their junior playmaker, put him in different positions, and see what else they can use their new toy with. 2 receivers split out to either side. Malk in the slot position. Docker in the backfield with Kubla. Shotgun snap for the junior. Motions Malk from left to right. Fakes the handoff. Hand up to the middle to Docker, who's taken down immediately by a sea of maroon jerseys. Wahpeton in their away whites, purple numbers, gold outline. For the Braves, maroon pants, maroon tops, gold numbers, and maroon helmets. A loss of 2, 2nd and 17 from the Husky 39-yard line. 2 receivers on the left, 1 receiver on the right side of the formation from the near hash mark. Tight end on the left side. Kubla out of shotgun. Running back on the right, takes a shotgun snap. Play action pass, rolls to his left. In his face immediately as this ball falls lands at the feet of Traden Malk on the left side. So Kubla immediately getting pressured up the middle. Tyler Moore and the junior linebacker blitzed free. Nobody picked him up, and Kubla just had to get rid of that one quick. So 3rd and 17 from the 39-yard line. Wahpeton started this drive on their own 45 after the line drive kick. First offensive possession for either team to start this ball game. 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Near hash mark. Running back on the left side. Kubla shotgun snap. Hand off to the left. Double handoff as Malk runs around the left side now. Room to run out. Near the 50 to the 45, out near the 35-yard line of the Braves. So a pickup of near 17 yards. Good run by Traden Malk on the double reverse. Big run from Malk, and that's kind of what we expected to see. Wahpeton wants to use a little bit of that playbook that they might not have got to use earlier in the season with Malk. So again, Traden splits out wide. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Far hash mark. Kubla out of shotgun, running back to his left side. Braves in a 4-3 defense. Malk motion from left to right. Handoff on the middle of Docker. Room to run on the left side. Fighting for extra yards. Pushing from behind is Landon Ralph on that right tackle. 6-yard pickup makes the 2nd and 4. 10:30 left in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jackson Reeves splitting out wide on the near side. You can watch him on KBMW News Live on your screen. Number 13. 3 receivers to the left. Evan Docker motioned from the left to the right side of Kubla. Out of shotgun. Malk motion from the left to the right side of the formation. The slot position on the right now. Shotgun snap. Takes the handoff. Hand up the middle. Docker fighting for extra yards. Cuts it to the right side. And brought down for a first down out near the 25-yard line of the Braves. 9:58 left in this first quarter. Wahpeton driving. So after a 3rd and long, a nice double reverse, was able to get the first down. Evan Docker, the primary running back to start things off, giving Malk a little bit of a breather, playing in the slot to start this game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, near hash mark. Kubla, shotgun snap. Looks right, throws right. DeVries in the end zone. No, short of the end zone and short out of his hands. Goes off the fingertips of Jackson DeVries. Want to thank you guys for watching the KBMW News Live. We're trying to get that camera angle for you as close as we can get it into that end zone. DeVries again splits out to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Malk out of shot, or Kubla out of shotgun. Docker to his right. Shotgun snap. 2-step back. Looks left. Throws left. 50-50 ball, and it goes over the head of Traden Malk. Just a little bit too much on it to Traden Malk, and that is who the Huskies have tried to force feed to start this first drive. I don't think another receiver has a target yet. It's been the Traden Malk show. 9:30 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Wahpeton splits out again. They picked up 1 third down conversion on this drive already. Docker now motioned into the slot position. Malk in the backfield. Kubel out of shotgun. Docker motioned in, takes the shotgun snap, handoff to Malk. Room to run on the left side. Going to be a first down and more. Brought down short of the goal line. It's going to be first and goal from near the 5. And again, the right side of that offensive line for Wahpeton, Chase Marsh and Landon Ralph getting a nice push, giving room to run to Malk. So first and goal from the, we're going to call it the 5. 9:20 left in the first quarter. Huskies knocking on the door inside the Titan Machinery red zone. Play call coming from Hunter McCall on the far sideline. Wahpeton near hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Braden Steffens on an island on his own on the left side. DeVries motioned back into the formation. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Looks right, throws right. Gets it to Malk. And out of the extended arms of Malk, it looked like Kubla was just trying to lead his man as far out as possible. Traden Malk, you know, he's Mr. Electric, but he's not Mr. Elastic. Could not make that grab. Clock stops at 8:58 on the incomplete pass. 2nd and goal from the 4. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Braves crowding the line. 1 step, handoff up the gut to Malk. It's going to be brought down short of the goal line. 3rd and goal from near the 3. So Wahpeton running the halfback dive. 3rd and goal from the 2. And you think for this Wahpeton offense, it might always be 4-down territory when you get into the red zone. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla in the backfield, or Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Shotgun snap, handoff again up the gut. Malk chirping it in and gets in for the 2-yard rush. So with 8:16 left in the first quarter, Wahpeton strikes first. 6-0 lead for the Huskies. Kicking team comes on for Wahpeton. And this is a name that we've been excited to talk about. And play whistle dead. Correction, we're just getting underway here. All right. Extra point man comes on. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up and through the upright. 7-0 lead with 8:16 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, come back with more action in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, as the Huskies take a 7-0 lead with 8:16 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton driving down the field, a nice 55-yard drive for the Huskies to get things underway here at St. John's. Wahpeton kicking off from their own 40, kicks it deep. Back to return as a Brave, brings it up the right side. And brought down for a short yardage gain, Jackson DeVries and Braden Steffens on the tackle. And now the Brave offense comes out. Playing quarterback for Turtle Mountain is quarterback Cruz LaFountain, the sophomore quarterback, listed 5'11", 125 in the backfield with him. Adam Persian and Tyler Morin, the senior and junior running back. Quarterback shotgun snap, handoff to the right side, double handoff now. Going to be a flea flicker. The throw is deep. Wahpeton watched it sail over the head. Benjamin Dubais had the throw, or it was the intended receiver there, Cale Davis, with the throw. So a nice attempt for Turtle Mountain to get things going early. Wahpeton defense might have got tripped up on that one. As Jackson DeVries, I think he bit on the handoff. Wahpeton comes back out. 3-4 defense for the Huskies. This is what they like to run all season long. Up front, Ralph, Anderson, and Marsh. Linebacker core of Malk, Docker, Bircher, and Langenwalter. So quarterback goes back under center. LaFountain, two running backs in the backfield. Hand off to the left side and chasing him down and bringing him down. Big tackle from number 7, J.D. Gomez. The run to the left, J.D. Gomez, the cornerback, fighting off his blocker. Loss of 3 yards, so 3rd and 13 coming up. Clock continues to tick. 7:40 left in the first quarter. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, streaming live on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Near hash mark. Wahpeton defense. You gotta love Omar Martinez, the strong safety, number 3 on your screen. Two running backs in the backfield with LaFountain. Motioning his wide receiver from left to right. Shotgun snap, 3-step drop back, looks right, throws right, caught and out of bounds. Completed pass to Benjamin DuBois, the 10th grader. Out of bounds for a pickup of maybe 2 yards. So 4th and long coming up for the Braves. 4th and 7, 7:03 left in the first quarter. Braves. Looks like they're going to come out in punt formation. That's correct. So Mount going back to return, hanging out near his own 45-yard line. Snap is high, and the punt is brought down and gets it off. Line drive punt. Mount watches it bounce near the 45 and out of bounds near his own 45. So Wahpeton going to start with the ball at their own, or at the 50-yard line. 6:41 left in the first quarter. So a nice 3-and-out forced by the Wahpeton defense. That is something that this defense has kind of struggled to do against the bigger schools in the state of North Dakota. They've done a good job of getting underneath the tire treads of a lot of the running backs that they've faced. However, that has been one of the problems that this Husky defense has kind of struggled with, is the size of some of the far-going Grand Forks schools, matching up better against Turtle Mountain. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubla as they get the play in from the far sideline. 6:41 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We started this game a lot earlier than we do normally, about 2 hours earlier, which I think everybody in Wahpeton might enjoy, especially the players on the field who have to make that trip back home tonight. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. J.D. Gomez by himself on the near side of the field. Kubala, the quarterback. Malk right to his right. Motions Steffens inside. Shotgun snap, low, handoff to Malk, and cut down immediately. Big tackle by the Braves in the backfield. That was Adam Persian, the linebacker, coming in and making that, or correction, the safety coming in and making that play. And when you can queue up on Malk, especially in the backfield, sometimes those safeties maybe take another yard or two closer to the line of scrimmage. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Kubala out of shotgun, running back to his right side. DeVries motion across. Shotgun snap again, handoff to Malk, looking for room to run on the right side, and brought down. Another big tackle, this time by Phoenix DeLorem, the 250-pound defensive tackle, getting off of the Wahpeton offensive line. And McCade Pickin and Chase Marsh looking like they're trying to double-team him. He was able to split that double team and get in the backfield and make that tackle on Malk. So 3rd and 11, 5:40 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Kubala motions DeVries in from right to left. Shotgun snap, handoff to Malk again, looking for room to run, and brought down short of the first down. Going to be 4th and long coming up for Wahpeton. 4th and 8 as the clock continues to tick. 5:20 left in the first quarter. And Wahpeton near the 50-yard line, or across the 50, near their 47-yard line of the Braves, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. 2 receivers split out to either side. Wahpeton, 2 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Motion across the formation. 2-step drop back for Kubala. Looks left, throws left, gets it to Malk, and it's going to be good for a first down. Kubala again, sailing one, and Malk making the athletic play, coming back to grab that one over his head. So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of the Braves. Wahpeton on their second offensive possession. 2 receivers to the left, or 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left from the far hash mark. Malk standing on the right of Kubala. 2-step drop back, throws a swing pass to Malk out on the right side. Trying to make the defender blitz and gets in for a pickup of another couple of yards. Shangang moves. Nice cutback by Traden Malk, shifting his shoulders right to left. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run. 4:40 in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Huskies. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Steffens by himself on the left side of the formation. DeVries motion from right to left. Shotgun snap. Kubala throws out on the right side. Gomez makes one defender miss before being cut down by another. Another good tackle by Braden Starr. 2nd and 2 coming up. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Getting near the Titan Machinery red zone. Kubala breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Malk to his right side. From the 19-yard line. 3:35 left in the first quarter. Shotgun snap. 2-step drop back. Kubala rolls to his right side, throws it, and gets it to Langenwalter. Did he get it in? Yes, he did. He's able to keep his toes in bounds to move the chain gang. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. So Wahpeton is going to have to go 10 yards to get that 1st and goal. This is, again, 4-down territory for this Husky offense. 3:15 left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Steffens by himself on that left side. Man-to-man coverage from this Braves defense. DeVries motion from right to left. Shotgun snap. Looks right, throws right. Gomez in the end zone, not able to moss it. Got one hand on it, not able to get 2 as the ball rolls off the fingertips of Gomez. So 2nd and 10 from the 11. Clock stops at 2:58 on the incomplete pass. Hunter McCall giving the signs from the far sideline. Wahpeton comes back out on offense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Langenwalter on the left side of the formation. DeVries motions back in. Shotgun snap. Handoff again to Malk on the right side. Looking for room to run. He gets a block into the end zone. His second rushing touchdown of the afternoon. This one from 11 yards out. 13-0 lead for Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2:51 left in the first quarter. Extra point team coming on for the Huskies. The left-footed kicker for Wahpeton, lining this one up. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up and through the uprights. 14-0 lead for the Huskies. We'll take a quick break, come back with more action from St. John's. Wahpeton leaves the Braves 14-0. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, as Wahpeton putting 14 points up in the first quarter, looking good on their first 2 offensive drives. Braves going to try to answer back on their second possession. Wahpeton going to have to hold on to the ball as the winds continue to blow in from the south end zone. It's lightened up a little bit over the last 20 minutes, but still coming in strong. Wahpeton kicking into the south end zone. So into the breeze they're kicking. High end-over-end kick, fielded near the 20, and dropped by Persian. Brings it up on the right side, swung down. It looks like Braden Steffens on the return.
20-yard line,
First and 10 from the 20, a gain of maybe 2 yards on that return. So that Wahpeton defense this season, they have played as a very good unit in the secondary. Talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, he said that he likes the defense the way that it's been set up this year. I was kind of giving him the idea that, hey, maybe we do the 3-3-5 next year with the amount of athletes that Huskies had, and he laughed and said, you know what, maybe. So that might be something in the cards for the future. 2 running backs in the backfield with LaFountain. Shotgun snap, 2-step drop back for the sophomore. Looks right, throws across the middle, intercepted by the Huskies. Bringing the ball up the right side is Langenwalter, diving to the end zone and gets in. 20-yard pick 6 for Nick Langenwalter, playing his final game as a Husky. The senior gets into the end zone. 20-0 lead for Wahpeton. 2:32 left in the first quarter. Extra point team comes on for the Wahpeton Huskies. Lining this one up, kicking into the breeze. Big pick 6 for Langenwalter. The middle linebacker just jumps that route. Takes it up the right sideline and into the end zone for his first defensive score, I believe, since week 2. Snap is back, the hold is down, and kick is up and through the uprights. 21 lead. 21-0 lead for Wahpeton. We'll be back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
So after the pick six, Huskies come back on to kick off. Braves' first turnover of the game, and Wahpeton has won the turnover battle in a couple of games this year and have not been able to come out on the right side of those wins. Their turnover differential this year has been very good, especially when you consider that Kubla is playing his first season under center, the junior quarterback, a 2-year backup. The kick is high and back. Persian drops it, picks it back up near the 24-yard line before being brought down by a host of Huskies. Braves starting this drive from the 28, 2:25 left in the first quarter. 21-0 lead for the Huskies. Kubla doing a good job passing the ball, but has been the Trade Mount show in this first quarter. 2 rushing scores for the junior running back, who's trying to get his second consecutive Fall Athlete of the Year from the Wahpeton Daily News. We'll see if they hand that one out to him. He's had a better season this year than he did last year. Found LaFountain out of under center. Pro set. Handoff to the left side. Right side, and brought down near the line of scrimmage. That run by Adam Persian, the senior running back for the Braves. Clock continues to run. 2:05 left in the first quarter. 21-0 lead for Wahpeton. 2nd and 8. No wide receivers on the left side of the formation. One to the right. I formation, quarterback under center. LaFountain takes the handoff, hands it off to the halfback to the left side of the formation, diving for maybe a yard or two. Another good run. 3rd and 6 coming up, 1:35 left in the first quarter. Up front for the Braves is Gabe Persian, Jackson Ellery, Kirsten Charlotte, Phoenix DeLorme, and Dayton LaFountain. The man in the mid, or a man up front. Shotgun snap. LaFountain handoff, runs it himself. Fakes out Langenwalter before being swung down by 2 Huskies. Good run by Cale Davis, running Wildcat formation. And clock under a minute left, 50 seconds in the first quarter. 4th and 7 for the Braves. Coming out in punt formation, back to return is Traden Malk, hanging out near his own 45-yard line. .30 seconds in the first quarter remaining, 21-0 lead for Wahpeton. And penalty on the play, and it's going to be a false start on the Braves, so we're going to walk this one back 5 more yards. 4th and 15 coming up. 4th down remains. Now Malk going to stand near his own 50-yard line. Wahpeton in punt return. Snap is down and Guts away from the punter. He's going to have to jump on top of this one. And Wahpeton going to be on the doorstep of the Braves. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. And excellent field position for the Huskies. So 1st and goal from the 6 with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Wahpeton already leading 21-0. So a 55-yard drive to start this game. Then Wahpeton gets a punt return. Good field position. Starts off. Another score. And then a pick 6. And now Huskies' 3rd offensive possession. Malk fighting for the end zone. Going to be short. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. So 2nd and goal from the 3 coming up after the break. We'll be back with more in a moment. Wahpeton leads 21-0 after 1 quarter play on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, as the Huskies starting the second quarter inside the 3. So second and goal from the 3-yard line is where Wahpeton will start inside or going into the north end zone. That's a good one, yeah. Press box wants to let me know that the sun sets in the west. That's a good call, folks. Yeah. No, you're right. Okay, if we want to do that, the east end zone then. So Wahpeton going to have the sun to their back for the first time today. One receiver splits out on the right side. Kubla out of shotgun, Mount to his right. Trey Mount looking for his third rushing touchdown. Langenwalter motions to the right side of the formation. Kubla going to roll out to the right. Looking into the end zone, throws, and brought down in the end zone by DeVries. But they're waving it off with Laundry on the field. Holding on the Huskies, going to walk this one back. And I thought something might occur in the trenches as Kubla rolling to his right side. He's taking his time looking into the end zone, able to connect with DeVries. But going to walk this one back. So second and goal now from I believe it'll be the 13-yard line. That's correct on the holding call. 11:51 left in the first half. Wahpeton leads 21-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, as well as on YouTube on the Action Realty scoreboard. Hunter McCall giving the play call from the far sideline. Wahpeton breaks the huddle. One receiver to the left, trips right. Malk on the left side of his junior signal caller. Kubla looking for his first passing touchdown of the evening. Motions Langenwalter and handoff. No, play action pass in the end zone. Broken up by a Brave. Nice breakup in the end zone by, I believe that was Cruz LaFountain who made that breakup. Want to get that correct? Yes, it was. Clock stops at 11:45. Third and goal from the 13. Wahpeton with a handful of third down conversions already in this game. Trips left, one receiver to the right side. Gomez alone on the far side. Shotgun snap to Kubla, Malk to his right. 3-step drop back. Kubla looks left, or looks right, throws right, and gets it to Malk in the end zone. Trade Malk went unguarded out of the backfield, made it 27-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Extra point comes on for Wahpeton. Malk's third touchdown of the evening, this one on the receiving end. Extra point comes on for Wahpeton. Kubla the holder. Kick is up and through the uprights. So we'll take another quick break. Wahpeton leads 28-0 with 11:38 left in the first half. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Welcome back to St. John's as the Huskies lead the Braves 28-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, kicking off the Wahpeton Huskies into the east end zone. Wahpeton with a holder because of the breeze coming in from the east. High kick end over end. Goes over the head of the Braves into the end zone. So a touchback for Turtle Mountain. They're going to start at their own 20-yard line. First time driving into the sun for Turtle Mountain. And like I mentioned, this game starting a little earlier to help the visiting Huskies get back home in time. But they want to try to get home before the gas stations reopen. It was a nice drive, though. Pleasant drive up this afternoon. Took the scenic route. Wahpeton crowds the line. Put 4 on the line. LaFountain out of pro. Under center. Takes a snap. Hand off to the right side of the formation and met at the line of scrimmage, forcing his way for a 2-yard gain. And that's one of those where you see the hole kind of closing up on you. You just got to force your way in there and push some of those big guys in the gut. Up front is, looks like Garrett Schwartz for the Huskies. Second and 8. Clock continues to tick. 11:05 left in the first half. Cruz LaFountain out of shotgun. Running back to his right side. Takes the shotgun snap. Looks right. Throws in the backfield. Brought out on the far or the near side and met at the line of scrimmage. Cut down by Braden Steffens. A 5-yard pickup from Adam Persian, the running back, coming out of the backfield with that reception. LaFountain out of shotgun, running back underneath or behind him. Takes a snap, hand off to the left side, and play blown dead before it began. That Tyler Morden on the run. And that's a good call. It could, yeah. Braden Starr could be the running back. We look at now the defensive starters and offensive starters. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, there you go. 10:15 left in the first half. 3rd and 10 coming up as the Braves break the huddle, driving into the west end zone. LaFountain out of pro. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Under center, takes a snap, pitches it to the left side. Starr running around the left sideline. Gomez cuts him down at the knees. Omar Martinez diving out and making that shoestring tackle on the left side of the field. Brings up 4th and long for the Braves. 9:40 left in the first half. 28-0 lead for the Wahpeton Huskies on this beautiful Friday night at St. John's. I cannot tell you how enjoyable this weather is, especially when you consider it's getting a little cooler, and now we're back up to the 60s, the breeze blowing, and especially when you consider, when you look at the forecast, and they got that white stuff coming our way. I will take a little breezy and sunny versus breezy and cold and dreary. Punt formation, Wahpeton's return man, Trade Malk, hanging out by the 50-yard line. Low snap, this one at the knees, brings a line drive punt, bounces at the 40, and going to be downed near the 43-yard line. So Wahpeton again going to start with excellent field position. 8:58 left in the first half, 28-0 lead for the Huskies, able to score on their last 3 offensive possessions. No punts yet for the Huskies, and a pick 6 for Nick Langenwalter is how we end up with the score that we do. Want to thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube as well. I know a lot of people were asking the question, were KBMW going to make the trip up here? And I said, you know what? We are. 2 receivers split out to either side. Kubel out of shotgun. Running back to his right. Snap up the gut and play blown dead before it could start. False start by Wahpeton. Going to walk this one back. 1st and 15 coming up. It's Michael Peterson in the backfield, the sophomore running back, and that's a name that we kind of thought about at the beginning of the season. And the question, of course, always begin a season is, what will the offensive staff do? Do you want to try to put Malkin as a slot receiver this year? Are you going to try to make him in the passing game a little bit more? And Peterson made the obvious choice to be that backup running back. He's in the game now. 28-point lead for the Huskies. Shotgun snap, he runs to the right side, finds room out near the 35-yard line. A 11-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 4. 8:40 left in the first half. 28-0 lead for Wahpeton as they get the plays from the far sideline. Michael Pearson hits that hole hard, whereas the numbers 28 on his back, and I think in Minnesota you got to run hard with those numbers. AD all day. Receivers split out to either side. DeVries in the slot position. Kubla, shotgun snap, hands it off again to Pearson, finds a hole on the right side, 1st down and more, fighting for extra yards, brought down near the 25-yard line. So Wahpeton liking to use that right side of the offensive line. That's Chase Marsh and Landon Ralph making the holes on that far side. Landon Ralph, we talked in the preseason about this sophomore offensive tackle and the motor that he has, just completing or playing on both sides of the ball. He seems to be able to go all day. We call Trade Malk Mr. Electric. We might have to call Ralph the Energizer Bunny with the type of energy that he plays with and the motor that he plays with. Again, Husky team a little bit on the undersized, a little bit on the younger side, but you got to feel good about the 2024 season for this group. Trying to go out, finish 2023 with a bang. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun, running back to his right side, hands off to Peterson again, fighting for extra yards and swung down, big tackle up front by Gabe Persian, the 288 left defensive tackle, making that stop. 2nd and long coming up, 7:15 left in the first half. They say no gain on the run. 2nd and 10. Langenwalter, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Bunches on the right. Wahpeton working from the middle of the field. Pearson on the left side of Kubla. A lot of room on the left side of the formation. DeVries motions. Shotgun snap. Handoff up the gut and swung down again. Big tackle in the backfield by Starr. A loss of 1. So this Braves defense trying to force their first punt of the evening. 3rd and 11 from inside the 30-yard line. Knocking on the Tide Machinery red zone door. 6:25 left in the first half. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Kubla out of shotgun. Peterson to his right. Motions DeVries across the formation. Throws to his right side. Short of the sticks. Gomez going to fight for extra yards and brought down over the 1st down marker. J.D. Gomez with the comeback route. Keeping the corner on his outside hip. Rolls back into the field and makes the Chang Gang earn their pension, right? Working it down the sideline. 1st and goal inside the 10. 6:04 left in the first half. 28-0 lead for Wahpeton. Their 4th red zone trip. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Braden Steffens, the lone receiver on the left side. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Handoff to the left. Peterson brought down again. Going to be short of the end zone. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 yards. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 5. Gabe Persian, the senior defensive tackle, again swallowing up the running game for the Huskies. He's done a good job already disrupting what Wahpeton wants to do, not preventing the Wahpeton Huskies from running to the left side of the formation. 5:20 left in the first half. 28-0 lead for Wahpeton, trying to add to it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gomez, the lone receiver on the right side of the formation. Kubla out of shotgun. DeVries motion from left to right. Shotgun snap. Handoff to Pearson. Fights for extra yards. Going to be short of the goal line. So 3rd and goal coming up for Wahpeton. Inside the 2. 4:55 left in the first half. Wahpeton going into the east end zone. Breeze to their back. Curious to see with how windy it has been. Neither side deciding to really throw the ball around the field. Wahpeton feeling confident in their run game, something that they have really leaned on this season. And it's one of those double-edged swords, if you will, that if you run the ball every play, if you're Wahpeton, sometimes Trade Mount's going to take some of those extra hits that you don't really want him to take. That's why Michael Pearson right now, looking like a very serviceable running back in the future, dives into the end zone and gets in. 2-yard run up the gut makes this 34-0 with 4:13 left in the first half. Extra point team coming on for the Huskies. Lining up the extra point. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the Braves almost got a hand on that one. Still gets through the uprights. So 35-0 lead with 4:13 left in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. 4:13 left here in St. John as the Wahpeton Huskies lead the Turtle Mountain Braves 35-0. We're 4:13 away from our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime report. Make sure you stay tuned for that as we will go over keys to the second half for both squads. Hard kick, gonna go back of the end zone, so another touchback for the Braves. Turtle Mountain trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon, trailing. Cruz LaFountain steps out. Quarterback going to go under center, directing traffic, motioning a man across the formation. 2 receivers to the left, nobody to the right side. I formation, running backs lined up behind him. Takes a snap, 2-step drop. No, handoff again up the gut, and Trade Malk on the tackle there. Kristen Charlotte, the Charette, Kristen Charette, the junior or the sophomore, with the carry up the gut. So a 5-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 5. 3:50 left in the first half. Braves come back to the line of scrimmage. Wahpeton rotating a couple of younger sophomores in. Cole Barthman still, though, at safety, the senior safety. Shotgun snap, handoff again up the gut. Fights to the right side, brought down short of the stick, so a pickup of maybe 2 yards on the carry by Tyler Morin. 3rd and 3 coming with 3:10 left in the first half. 35-0 lead for the Wahpeton Huskies. On KBMW, streaming live at KBMW News Live on YouTube as well. So the Wahpeton defense this evening forcing a couple of punts. They got excellent field position on a muffed punt. Led to a Trade Malk score. Wahpeton crowds the line of scrimmage. Barth, the lone safety, playing high. LaFountain out of under center, handoff to the left side. Brought down, going to be short of the marker. No, they're giving him the yard. Good for him.
Good for the first down.
A run up the gut as the Braves pick up the first down, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Under 2:30 left in the first half. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers to the right. Running backs on either side. Under center, LaFountain takes the snap, handoff to the left. Room to run and chopped down by a handful of Huskies. Nick Langenwalter and Braden Steffens in on the tackle. Wahpeton in their white jerseys, much more easy to tell apart who's who than what they were running with last week on senior night with the black jerseys, purple numbers. Got to thank the equipment staff for helping us out this weekend. 2nd and 8 coming up. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. 1:50 left. LaFountain under center. Turtle Mountain trying to get on the scoreboard. They receive the second half kick. Under center, rolls to his right side. Gene chased down the throw and out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Braden Steffens watched that one sail out of bounds. 1 interception already for LaFountain. He put it in between the numbers of Nick Langenwalter. He walked it back into the end zone for 6 yards, a 20-yard pick six. Are they gonna? Have they given the signal yet? Yes, given intentional grounding. I didn't think that was intentional grounding. I understand that you got to get outside of the tackles for that. But I thought that he still was targeting somebody on the far side. In fact, I would not make that call with 1:29 left in the first half here. Team trailing, sophomore quarterback. Intentional grounding walks this one back. 2nd and long coming up for the Braves. Wahpeton brings 4. LaFountain throws it out to the left. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle before being brought down by Omar Martinez. Star with the catch. Martinez and Malk in on the tackle. 1:20 left. So 4th and 20 coming up for the Braves as they're going to bring on the punt unit one more time. 1:15 left in the second quarter. That intentional grounding call stopped any chance of a drive for the Braves, walking him back. Clock stops at 1:13. Trade Mount going back to return the punt, hanging out near the 35-yard line, or 40-yard line. So 1 muffed punt led to a easy Wahpeton score. You got to get those snaps back if you're the Braves. Try to get this one up and away from Malk. And a false start as LaFountain, who's a gunner on punt formation, lined up in front of Michael Pearson, got a little bit too excited. He's going to walk this one back. So again, this false start will put the punter with his heels on the end zone. Malk now at his 40-yard line to return. Snap is back, and the punt is off. End-over-end punt to the left side. Malk going to watch this one roll out of bounds near the 33-yard line. 44 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton leads 35-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So this is exactly the type of game that the Huskies were hoping to have to end their season, leading big going into halftime. They kick to start the second half. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk listed behind him, DeVries, as well as, I think, Steffens to either side of him. I think Wahpeton is just going to kneel this one out to end the half. I think they're going to have to kneel it one more time with the play clock resetting back to 2nd and 11 coming up for the Huskies. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. And Kubla going to line up again to just kneel out the half, leading by 35. Low snap and Going to kneel it out again. So with 15 seconds left, both teams going to head to their locker rooms. Reminder, we have our halftime report, Dakota Ag Products halftime report. We will bring you the stats to the first half and keys to the second half. We'll be back with more in a moment right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, as the Huskies lead the Braves at halftime, 35-0. Let's go through your scoring drives in that first half. So Wahpeton starts with the ball to get this one underway. A kickoff brought back out to very good field position for the Huskies. 8:16 left is when Traden Malk punches it in from 1 yard out. The extra point was up and through for a 7-0 lead. Wahpeton's defense forced a 3-and-out, no first downs for the Braves. Kickoff back or punt back to the Huskies. They drive down, immediately score. 2:51 left, an 11-yard touchdown run for Traden Malk made it a 14-0 ball game. Then on the second possession for the Braves, a 20-yard pick six on what was, I believe, the second play from scrimmage. Makes it 21-0 after the extra point. Then in the second quarter, Wahpeton again able to get into the end zone with 11:38 left. A 13-yard score from Malk to Kubla made it 28-0 after the extra point. Braves again get the ball back, get a couple of first downs this time, not able to punch it in. Punt back to the Huskies at 4:13 left in the first half. Michael Peterson, he gets his first rushing score this month. A 2-yard rush made it 35-0 after the extra point. So Wahpeton, it's looked like exactly what the Huskies needed to kind of end the season on a high note, feel good about themselves. We'll see if they can continue to keep things moving in the second half. And you think, too, with how many sophomores and juniors are on this roster, how many freshmen and sophomores we might see in the second half. We'll come back with second half keys to the second half after the break right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Mink Coat Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Mink Coat has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you from St. John's Field as the Huskies lead the Turtle Mountain Braves 35-0. Let's go through your Smith Motors keys to the second half. We'll start with the visiting Wahpeton Huskies. The Huskies in the second half pretty much keep doing what you're doing. You found out that you're able to run the ball with a healthy feeding of Traden Malk and Michael Peterson. Keep running the ball will make things a lot, make the second half go a lot very quick. But also, the Braves are giving you those running lanes. You need to take them if you're the Huskies. For the Braves in the second half, the goal will have to be to try to add some more first downs to their ledger. They have not been able to move the chains in the first half. Wahpeton dropping back into pass coverage. Maybe that might be the way to get things going here for the Braves. Maybe throw the ball a little bit more. That might be the only key to the second half is get the first downs and then, of course, end up scoring. Trailing 35-0 on your final game of the season. Not exactly what you'd love to see if you're the Turtle Mountain Braves. However, what you do love to see is they're getting 4 turf fields in Belcourt. That's correct. Talking to the fans up here, they said that, in Belcourt, they're adding these nice turf fields, so they'll have those for next season potentially. Hopefully they'll have for next season, and nice facilities down there as well. So be excited to see what that looks like potentially next year. We'll take another quick break. Come back with more second half action for you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, streaming live at YouTube at KBMW News Live on YouTube. Want to thank you guys for going over there and subscribing and then hitting the little bell so you never miss another game. Breckenridge, they play Pine River Bacchus on a Tuesday night, and that game scheduled to be live streamed as well on our YouTube page. So look at that. Multimedia in the 21st century. Who would have guessed it? Huskies kicking off to start the second half into the east end zone. Sun setting here at St. John. The kick is high and away. Fielded near the 5. Brought out to the 20. Up to the 25. Turtle Mountain going to have solid field position to start this first drive of the second half. So it's all Huskies in the first half. 35-0 is your lead right now for Husky fans at home. LaFountain coming on the field, trying to lead his team to some points to start the second half. Wahpeton runs out the defense that we saw to start. Luke Anderson, Landon Ralph, and Chase Marsh are your men in the middle. It looks like Landon Ralph playing a little nose tackle. LaFountain out under center. Running back set up in I formation. Fullback and running back on the field. Snap, handoff to the right side before being swung down by Traden Malk and a defensive lineman. Garrett Schwartz up front, making his name making his presence felt. 10:38 left in the third quarter. 35-0 lead for the Huskies as LaFountain comes out from the near sideline. Brings the play to his huddle. Braves break it up to the line of scrimmage. Wahpeton in a 3-4 defense. J.D. Gomez and Michael Peterson, the two corners on the field, near hash mark. Run up the gut and going to be a pickup of maybe a yard. Looks like LaFountain dropped the ball, able to jump back on top of it. A fumble on the snap out of pro is never a good thing, as those defensive linemen can jump in there too. Wahpeton rotating men on and off the field, and play blown dead before it can begin. False start on the offense, going to walk this one back. Wahpeton was still rotating men in and out. Maybe that's the way the Braves can get something going here in the third quarter. Play a little up-tempo and see if they can catch Wahpeton on their heels. 9:40 left in the third quarter.
False start on the Braves. Back them up 5 yards.
Wahpeton, did they decline the penalty? They did. Offsetting penalties? Correction. Okay. 9:20 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 4. LaFountain out of shotgun, running back on either side of their quarterback. Takes a snap, two-step drop back, looking left, throws it, nice screen pass, and going to be over the first down marker. Good catch and run.
First and 10, Braves.
Adam Farrow making that catch and run, the senior running back out of the backfield. 8:45 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton leads 35-0. From the far hash mark, Fountain out of shotgun, running back on either side. Wide receivers split out wide. This is the formation that Wahpeton had a lot of trouble with against South. Fumbled snap, LaFountain able to stay on top of it, throws in the backfield, and they're going to call incomplete pass. Probably for the best, as the Husky was getting close to jumping on top of that. That was big McCade Pickett trying to get the fumble recovery on the throw behind the line. 8:05 left in the third quarter, 35-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Clock continues to run here in St. John's as the 30-point line of demarcation keeps this clock moving. The Fountain in pro set, running backs, or fullback and running back on the field. Takes the snap, hand off to the fullback, and cut down almost immediately as Trade Malk adding to his tackles. Another solo tackle for Malk as the defensive line rotates on and off. Malk playing that middle linebacker position, and the coaching staff told me that they're trying to give him a little bit of a break on offense potentially to keep him well rested on the defensive side of the ball. He's one of those guys that it does not matter. He doesn't want to come off the field if it's not on a stretcher. He loves the game of football. 7:05 left in the third quarter. Handoff again to the fullback. Brought down near the line of scrimmage, and jumping on top is Garrett Schwartz. And I'll tell you, if I was in running back, seeing Schwartz jump on top of the pile, not something that I would like to see. 6:50 left in the third quarter. 4th and long coming up for the Braves. 35-0 lead, and timeout taken by Turtle Mountain. We'll take one with them. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Huskies lead 35-0. We'll be back with more in a moment on 1450 KBMW.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Andrew Zim on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, as the Huskies come from their sideline. Turtle Mountain uses their first timeout of the second half, stops the clock at 6:44. And we'll see if they come out in a punt formation. They don't. Offense still on the field. 4th and long coming up for Turtle Mountain. LaFountain out of shotgun, running back and fullback on the field with him to either side. Motioned a running back across the formation. Handoff, no. Play action pass, throwing in deep, and broken up by Cole Barth. They're going to call defensive pass interference on the senior. So Wahpeton, we've talked about their secondary, something that head coach Wade Gilbertson prides himself on. He feels like the secondary is the best part of his defense. Might have got caught sleeping there. Going down the field is Tyler Morin down the field, and Barth gave a little bit of a shove, and the chain gang going to move. So the defensive pass interference keeps this ball moving down. 6:05 left in the third quarter, 35-0 lead for the Huskies. Braves trying to get on the scoreboard. Fullback and running back lined up behind their quarterback. Pro set under center. LaFountain, handoff to the running back on the right side, and met at the line of scrimmage, brought down, maybe a yard pickup. for Morin. 5:35 left in the third quarter. 35-0 lead for Wahpeton. Turn around, rotating offensive linemen on and off, trying to keep their men in the trenches fresh. 5:15 left. Two receivers to the right, nobody to the left. Near hash mark. Pro set. Fullback on the field. Shotgun snap, handoff again. This time up the gut, trying to make a jump over. Every time a running back leaves his feet, you got to clench your teeth. That was Adam Persian with the run. 3rd and 6. Under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Anytime a running back leaves the earth, you got to clench your teeth, because when you're up like that, it's almost like when you were practicing soft toss in the backyard with your dad. You can get popped by a linebacker. 4:40. Braves come to the line of scrimmage. Pro set. Handoff again to the left side. Morin met at the line of scrimmage. Pushed back by some Huskies. Traden Malk again in on the tackle. Nick Langenwalter with him. 4:20 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton defense swarming. Final game of the season. It's one of those deals where you look at the calendar and you know for the Huskies you're not going to the playoffs, and there's a couple guys on this roster who may be playing varsity and JV basketball for Wahpeton, but you got about 4 weeks off after the season, so you can't leave anything on the field. Leave it all out there. 3:50 left in the third. LaFountain under center. Trying to get the hard count, and another timeout by the Braves. So another 4th down attempt potential for Turtle Mountain. We'll take a break. 3:44 left in the third. Wahpeton leads 35-0. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Save big with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Rebates from $50 to $100 on the purchase and installation of tires. Plus a lifetime of rotations with the purchase of 4 tires. Rebates up to $80 on shocks and struts. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and installation of front and rear brake pads and rotors. Plus, they'll even hook you up with their tire price match guarantee. Available all year long. Smith Motors, your trusted Chevy and GMC dealership. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Wahpeton leads 35-0 with 3:44 left here in the third quarter. Turtle Mountain takes their second timeout of the half. So 1 remaining. Wahpeton still with all 3 of theirs. Pro set. Trying to get the hard count. Trying to get Wahpeton to jump. LaFontaine rolls to the right. Throws it deep. And again, coming out underneath. Did he get underneath the ball? No, he did not. Pass intended for Benjamin Dubois, the sophomore wide receiver. That ball just bounces in front of him. And Wahpeton gets the ball on the turnover on down. So their first offensive possession of the second half, leading by 35. 3:05 left in the third. Clock is going to continue to tick throughout as Wahpeton has hit that 30-point line of demarcation. We've questioned that a couple times this season, what that line is. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kubel out of shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff up the gut. Docker running to the right and swung down by a maroon jersey. Braves sniffed out that run play. They said, you know what, we're going to stop the run, stop the bleeding. Loss of 5. 2nd and 15. 2:24 left. I was going to say, we called a loss of 2 in the press box. I was like, that was, Docker lost a couple more than 2 on that run. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kubel out of shotgun, running back to his right side. LaFontaine, the quarterback, playing cornerback as well. As Kubla tries to get it to his intended target, J.D. Gomez on the far side, or the far sideline, goes over the head of his intended receiver. So 3rd and 15 coming up. Clock continues to run. 1:50 left. Gomez, a junior, he's going to be on this roster again next year, as well as Jackson DeVries and Braden Stephens. So you get the wide receiver core back again if you're a Husky fan. You get your offensive line essentially back. McKay Picken, the only senior up front. And, of course, arguably the two most important positions on this field, the quarterback, Bjorn Kubla, he'll be back his senior year. And Trayden Malk, Mr. Electric, he'll come back for his final season as a Husky after 2 great years. It's hard to top what he did this year, scoring a touchdown in nearly every game. Kubla, play-action pass, rolls to his left, in his face, and intercepted by the Braves. Ball on the ground. They called it incomplete pass. And boy, oh boy, we almost had a big boy pick. Julian Frederick, the 235 defensive lineman, almost was able to jump in front of that. And I'll tell you, one of the best parts of the game of football is the big man run. That is what we come to the game to see, and we almost got one there on the incomplete pass on the screen. So the Braves, they forced their first punt of the game. Wahpeton, up until this point, driving on every possession. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Might be the final play of the third. Kubla back to punt. High punt, able to take it, and gets it off. End over end. Fair catch near the 25-yard line. So the Braves going to start with good field position. 10 seconds left in the third. The clock's going to continue to run, so that will be the final play of the third quarter. It's funny, the offensive line running out on the field, and the quarterback, he knows what the play call is. He's going to go back to the sideline. So we'll take another quick break, come back with final quarter of action for the 2023 season right here on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back to the final quarter of action for the 2023 Wahpeton football season. Braves start with the ball on their own, we'll call that the 29-yard line. Put 12 minutes on the clock and keep it ticking. 35-0 lead for the Huskies. Braves were able to force their first punt of the game. Clock continues to run, so this is going to be a very quick fourth quarter. Wahpeton making sure they get home with plenty of time. Two receivers on one side or the right side of the formation. Pro set. LaFontaine hands off to the fullback up the gut. Wahpeton going to have to fight. Brings 4 guys to take him down. Another big run by the big man. Trying to get that number. Believe that was Dayton LaFountain on the run. So the big fullback with a 9-yard carry. Carrying about 9 men on his back. Wahpeton blitzes. Ball on the ground. And they're pointing it towards Wahpeton. Yes, the Huskies able to recover the fumble. And who but Trayden Malk jumping on top of that ball. So Trayden Malk, his day might be done as the Huskies bring out an entirely new offensive line, it appears. McKay Picken might be the only, I believe he's the only one on that offensive line, as they're going to keep the center in the game. J.D. Gomez on the near side, trips to the far side, and Trayden Malk adding to his 2023 season stats. Wahpeton with the ball on the 35-yard line. Ball off the chest of LaFountain. Incomplete pass. And Chris LaFountain, if he's able to keep track of that ball, he had a lot of green grass in front of him. J.D. Gomez was the intended target on the comebacker. Under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Gomez talking to the head official. Trips left, one receiver to the right side from the near hash mark. Wahpeton going into the west end zone, breeze to their face. American flag unfurling here at St. John's. Shotgun snap, handoff up the middle. Running and fighting for extra yards before being tackled, swallowed up by Dante LaFountain, the 6'4" middle linebacker. 9:30 left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 7 coming up for Wahpeton. Kubel out a shotgun, running back to his left. DeVries motion back into the formation. Receivers split out to either side. 9 minutes left in the fourth. Handoff. No, play action pass. Correction. Throw to Steffens. He's able to get on top of that one and push out of bounds near the 20-ish yard line. We'll call that near the 15. Yes. What a play by Braden Steffens to track that ball. Goes over the defender's head right into the breadbasket of Braden Steffens. 15-yard line, so inside the Titan Machinery red zone. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton trying to add to their score, leading 35-0. Kubel out of shotgun, running back to his right. Handoff up the gut. Makes one man miss. Brought down by another. That's Evan Doctor, the sophomore running back, getting some playing time. So a pickup of maybe 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. 8 minutes left in the fourth. And player with his helmet off for the Braves. Might be an injury timeout. Looks like a Braves player with a stinger, so we'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. So the injured Turtle Mountain Brave able to get off the field on his own. We hope that he is okay. From St. John, Wahpeton leads 35-0. Turtle Mountain, they're getting new fields for next year, so they've been a team without a home for the majority of this year, going from city or town to town, city to city, trying to find places to play. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, running up the gut and brought down almost immediately by the Brave defense. Starr on the tackle as well as LaFountain. 3rd and 12, 7:20 left in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to tick. Wahpeton leading. I want to thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live for the entirety of this season. It's been very fun to get every one of the Husky games broadcasted. I think this is the first year we've been able to check all of the boxes on the schedule. 2 receivers split out to either side. Kubel out of shotgun, running back to his left. Braves defense steps up. Hand off up the gut again. Docker looking for room on the right side, fighting for it, and brought down near the original line of scrimmage. A pickup of maybe 3 or 4 yards. 6:40 left. And Wahpeton going to have to kick into the wind here. I know that they are trying for that long kick, and that's what they're going to do. So this kick lined up from the 15-yard line, add another 15. So we're about, this is about a 30-yard kick coming up for the left-footed foreign exchange student for Wahpeton. 6:10 left in the fourth quarter. Braves waving their hands. The kick is good. So Wahpeton adds to their lead, 38-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Save big with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Rebates from $50 to $100 on the purchase and installation of tires. Plus a lifetime of rotations with the purchase of 4 tires. Rebates up to $80 on shocks and struts. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and installation of front and rear brake pads and rotors. Plus, they'll even hook you up with their tire price match guarantee. Available all year long. Smith Motors, your trusted Chevy and GMC dealership. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Welcome back. Star brings the ball back out to the 45-yard line. Star with the big return. Want to apologize for the viewers on KBMW News Live. Not picking that one up. That's fine. Under 4:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton leads 38-0 after the 37-yard field goal. By their kicker. All right. Going to be a block in the back charged on the Braves. Going to walk this one back. Tough call for the Braves. It seems like every time they get a little bit of momentum going, a penalty brings them back. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play now for the Braves as the clock continues to tick. Pro formation. Fullback and running back on the field. Handoff again to the fullback, running to the right side, and runs over one Wahpeton defender before having to bring a host of other Huskies to bring him down on the far sideline into the Wahpeton side. 18-yard pickup from the giant running back. And Wahpeton's defense, they struggle against the bigger sized running back. Yeah, no kidding. LaFountain out of shotgun snap. And they're going to call a false start. Under 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 38-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Walking this one back. Wahpeton offensively to start this game. Touchdown, touchdown, pick six, touchdown, touchdown. In the second half, though, punt and a field goal for the Huskies. LaFountain out of shotgun, running back to his back. Takes the snap. One-step drop back. Looks left. Brought down by number 31 for Wahpeton. That's the first sack of the game, or first sack for Andrew Schultz today. 2nd and 25 coming up as Schultz goes to the sidelines with pats on the back. We'll give the season in review at the end of the broadcast. Make sure you listen to the post-game show for that. 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton leading 38-0. Exactly the type of palate cleanser they needed after a couple of tough losses these past few weeks. Teams like Fargo South and Grand Forks Central, games that Husky fans felt like they could have gotten. LaFountain, two-step drop back, throws it to his running back, room to run. Starr breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle before being swung down by a handful of Huskies. That is Raylan Flack on the tackle, the freshman. 8-yard pickup on the screen pass. 1:05 left in the fourth. 3rd and long coming for the Braves. Turtle Mountain comes out. Trips to the left as another runner sprints off the field. Trying to make sure they don't have too many men on the field. 45 seconds left in the fourth. LaFountain takes the snap. 2-step drop back. Throws the screen to Morton. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle before being brought down by 2 Huskies.
Catch a run by Morton.
Morton on the return, or on the run. Cade Richards, the freshman, in on the tackle as well, as the Huskies again rotating defensive players on and off the field. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Turtle Mountain might be able to get one more playoff if they hustle here. 15 seconds. And timeout taken with 10 seconds left.
Timeout. Braves.
Offensive coordinator for the Braves telling the players where to go. We're going to keep the call right here as the Huskies one stop to get their first shutout of the game, or of the season, leading 38-0 in the final game of the year. They came into this season, or into this game 2-6 with no way to make that playoff push. So this game was essentially for pride and to end the season on a high note for a lot of these Huskies. And you go down the roster, and we'll talk about the seniors in the postgame show. But you think about the senior core that showed excellent leadership throughout the season, and you think about these juniors and sophomores who had valuable experience not only in this game, but throughout the season getting put in. As head coach Wade Gilbertson will tell you, sometimes the best way to learn is baptism by fire. Well, here's what the Huskies are doing, a little 3-3-5 action. Call that prevent defense. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Clock going to continue to run. LaFountain, one-step drop back, throws it out. An incomplete pass is how the Braves end their season. That'll do it as both teams line up at the 50. 38-0 is your final from St. John's as the Huskies finish the season 3-6. We'll be back with more in a moment right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Mink Coat Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, and now comes the saddest part of the season, what we like to call the season obituary here at the here on the i3G Sports Network. Let's start here. Wahpeton, they win this one big, 38-0 against a winless Turtle Mountain team. The Braves end their season without a win in that left column, and for those guys, those seniors on that side of the field, that can be some of the roughest parts of your high school collegiate or your high school career, is when you have that final season and you feel like you left a couple of those games on the line. And for all those seniors on the home side of things, hopefully they have excellent lives after high school, excellent athletic careers after high school. Those intramural games, I'm sure, are going to be electric. But the deal is, for the Wahpeton side of things, you go through the list of the seniors on this team: Nick Langenwalter, McCade Pickin, Cole Barth, Dominic Delphus, all those guys making big plays and throughout the season, showing senior leadership, which is so important for a team as young as Wahpeton was this year. When you think about those important positions on the field, you think center, McCade Pickin, making sure his offensive linemen know where to line up. You think the defense, Cole Barth, telling guys, hey, make sure you're getting your coverages in cover 2 and cover 3. You think about Nick Langenwalter on the offensive side of things as a tight end. Hey, making sure that the wide receiver core knows where they're supposed to line up and where they're supposed to be, and motioning from left to right, and being a lead blocker for Traden Mount, his junior running back out of the backfield. So all those positions, super important. Those seniors, super important to that group. So we want to give those guys their props. You go through the rest of this roster, man, there's so many guys you can pinpoint, you can talk about. One of our favorite players over here, Omar Martinez, missed a couple of snaps, missed a game with a shoulder injury. He grits it back out. He plays these last 2 games. Mr. Electric, Traden Mount, playing both sides of the ball, offense, defense, never really showing any signs of fatigue, looking like he gets stronger as the game continues. And, of course, he's one of those guys that, without the win-loss record, you just look at the raw numbers and the raw game film for Malk, he's going to be one of the best players in the state. He's going to be on the short list of guys you think about when you talk about Mr. Football next year in North Dakota. And then, of course, you got to give Bjorn Kubala all the flowers in the world. His first year under center, calling the plays, and you can talk to any of the coaches on the coaching staff, and they'll tell you that this kid, week in and week out, got better, got smarter, got sharper, got stronger. You looked last week, and he was out-dueling a quarterback who might be playing for a Dakota Bowl next week in Fargo South, and his arm strength as the season continued got better. He never made any boneheaded plays, which is something that you always are kind of waiting for, not only out of a young quarterback, but a high school quarterback in general. You're looking for him to make mistakes, and to Kubla's credit, he didn't make a ton of mistakes this year. His first year with a lot of pressure on a team that's young, he did an excellent job. The wide receiver core, J.D. Gomez, Braden Steffens, Jackson DeVries, all those guys stepping up in big spots, and all those guys taking turns being the focal point of the offense, being the focal point of the receiver. Whoever got open, that's who Kubla was going to target. Defensively, the corners and the safeties doing their part and make sure no team could really pass on Wahpeton. You got to give credit to the offensive linemen, too, playing both ways a lot of different places. We talked about Landon Ralph on the broadcast, and Motor consistently getting in the backfield, making things happen. I want to give a shout-out to guys like Garrett Schwartz, who played defense mostly this year, nose tackle, helping to fight double teams. Luke Anderson, Chase Marsh, all those guys up front making things happen both offensively and defensively. The teams that Wahpeton faced this year, Wade Gilbertson will tell you, the head coach of the Huskies, bigger, faster, stronger. That is the motion. That is the line that he will tell you every single week when he's playing these teams from Fargo and Grand Forks. And to those guys' credit up front, they didn't let that stop them from being impactful players. So this Wahpeton season, finishing 3-6 for the Huskies, that's not where they wanted to finish. They wanted to be in the playoffs. They wanted to keep playing. They wanted their season to continue, but that's not how the cards were dealt this season. But next year, this is what you think, right? those 2 years, those 2 senior groups of the past. Blake Schaefer's senior group in 2022 or 2021, and then Bo Arnstein's group in 2022. Those guys laid an excellent foundation. A little bit lacking size in seniors this season. Next year, they'll have a ton of seniors and juniors. You think that foundation set, Wahpeton can get back into the playoffs next year, especially when you consider that guys like Peter Halgo at Fargo North and some of the other big running backs in the state graduating, moving on to that next level. So Wahpeton feels like they're in an excellent spot as a football program. Granted, they probably wish that they were one division down, but still to come out and compete every single week like this group did, you got to give them their flowers. We're going to wrap things up here from St. John's as we have a long trip back to Wahpeton. Wahpeton's best offensive showing of the season, best defensive showing of the season against a winless Turtle Mountain team. 38-0 is your final. Trade Malk. Could it be anybody else? Your Essentia Health player of the game. 3 scores for Malk, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Michael Peterson as well, getting that rushing touchdown in the third quarter. And then Nick Langewalter, the pick 6 in the second. So, look, this team that the Huskies put on the field tonight, they feel like they left everything out on the field. They feel like they did a great job kind of putting an exclamation point in the 2023 season. And for most of these guys, take a day off, get back in the weight room on Monday with the goal of 2024, getting back into the North Dakota AA class playoffs. For everybody on the I3G Sports Network and myself, Andrew Zimmel, want to thank you guys for tuning in for an excellent season of Wahpeton football on KBMW. Want to remind you to go to kbmwnews.com to check out our sports schedule, as we have basketball games already around the corner coming up in the next couple weeks. And, of course, got to give our shout-out to the guys across the river, Breckenridge football. They're in the playoffs. Turner Bluffs will be on the call on Tuesday night against Park River Baptist. They will be on the air on B92.7. And then I got a text from Margaret Kruger, the head coach of the volleyball team for Breckenridge. She let me know that they got the 1 seed, so they'll be hosting on Wednesday and Friday if they win on Wednesday. So the Breckenridge Cowgirls back in the playoffs as well in a Section Single A, so Section 6A Single A. So that'll be fun. We'll keep you up to date on that. Make sure you go to kbmwnews.com for a full recap of all of your sporting events. One more time from St. John's Field, Wahpeton Huskies 38, Turtle Mountain Braves 0. Wahpeton ends their season 3-6. We'll see you guys on the other side. Have a pleasant rest of your weekend.
Tonight's Wahpeton football broadcast was brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.